Hello friends, Samuel Graham, Dual TCGs yet again. Here's my second Rudy case of Dusk Till Dawn. Full flesh and blood. Sure enough, there is a slit in the top of this one. So I'm assuming I see the back of two cards. So let's take a look at these this time. Oh yeah. There we go. There's our two diamonds. Presumably created by the Diamond Hands equipment that is supposed to be next. Very nice, very nice. We'll set those up there and we'll see if we have enough space to leave them there as time goes on. So, the first Rudy case was pretty legit. We had two marbles, a Nazareth and a Metis, I believe. We had an extended art Dyadic Carapace Cold Foil Legendary, and a Rainbow Foil Carapace, and a Rainbow Foil Diadem. The Illusionist headpiece. So that was pretty rockin' in itself. We had at least one Warmonger, we had a Censor, we had just overall that was a really pretty spiffy case. It was wild. We had 2 boxes out of 4 that did not have a cold foil at all. Which is nutty. But with those Marvels and the extended art Carapace, we ended up with 5 total cold foils, even though 2 boxes didn't even have 1. That was something else. So, since Rudy sent me, clearly he sent it to me on purpose, like he singled me out and was like, you get that excellent case. Because, you know, he really enjoys me that way. So he made sure it was a thing, right? So, clearly that was intentional. So this one will be the same way. That's what I'm expecting. There's no way that's not true. This is going to be exactly that same caliber of case. Hey, Lost in Thought right off the bat. For a Majestic in Pack 2. Not just a Majestic, but a Majestic I was still needing one more of. I've kind of looking at it from the Master Set Madness is a fun channel to watch with the madness going on there of really going for a Master Set. I'm not quite as like ridiculously gung-ho, have to have a Master Set. Eventually, hey, there is a Surgical Extraction from the wrong set. That is so weird. I'm kidding. I know. But I've started flagging cards that, at least on the first run, I was going to try and trade or sell, to, you know, recoup some of my costs as I'm building things up. But keeping track of what I had pulled. Oh, hey. It's not an extended art, but there is a foil widespread destruction. But what I was getting at was, so at least I know, like, kind of how far it takes to get a master set of this set. I hadn't really tracked it that way for any other sets. I could go back through them and kind of, oh, Banneret of Courage, very nice. And kind of look and see, oh, did I pull that card? But, you know, that wouldn't be an exact science. I know a lot of it. I could do some digging and find out for sure, but that just seems like a lot more trouble than I really want to put into, hey, put into a Radiant View, which is in fact a cold foil that I still need. Very nice. I figure, you know, retroactively, we're not gonna mess with that. But at least for this set, maybe going forward, I thought it might be kind of fun to look at that, just kind of in the same manner, because he was talking about how much closer he was getting, faster with this set. So I was kind of curious myself. So I am tracking and making note of that as well. So we'll see. We'll see how that lands. I'll be curious to see how my my data kind of lines up with his. I recently joined the Riddler Man on his Fab Uncensored podcast. That was a lot of fun. I came to think of that because just recently, so did Master Set Madness. If you're not looking into his stuff and diving into all that, he's another fun YouTuber. He does some market content, some, you know, of that kind of stuff, but really just is like a fab community guy. And I really enjoy his enthusiasm and the way he looks into stuff. So definitely take a look at that. Hey, Hold the Line is our second foil Majestic. And a Warmonger's Diplomacy. There we go. We'd love to see that. With that in mind, another place you should swing by, borderthangames.com. Either follow the link down there or just go there directly. If you use the code GrahamTCG at checkout, it'll have the same effect as following the link, which is 5% off of your first order with him. Lets him know I sent you. It's a whole win-win-win kind of thing. Definitely do that. Hey, I put that in the wrong pile, but we got us a Chains. Sorry about that. We got us a Chains. Not chain. Not the Rune Blade. But yeah, so definitely hit up Border Than Games. Go check out the Riddler Man and his stuff. Check out Master Set Madness. Just a whole lot of flesh and blood fun. I've mentioned Fabulous a bunch of times. Always. When he and Josie are able to put stuff out, that is always spectacular. A bunch of, hey, that is a second cold foil in this box. A Shroud of Darkness. Very nice. We like our 2 cold foil boxes, even when they are common ones. We always like the fun of having 2. But yeah, that's one of the things that I kind of talked to Josh, the Riddler Man, about, was not being territorial so much as content creators. Like, he apologized at one point about, he's like, this is your show. I don't have to keep talking about Master Set Madness. And I'm like, look, we're all in this thing together. We're all buds. We're all hanging out. We're all having a good old time. So there's no reason not to. I am 100% always okay with encouraging and pointing towards another fun person in the community. So this is a weird box. 2 cold foils, 2 rainbow foil Majestics. We're only at 5 non-foil Majestics though. Well, there is 6. So we basically ended up with Last Pack Magic landing on exactly the Majestic rate, but with an extra cold foil and an extra rainbow foil Majestic over what is generally expected. So, a peculiar box. biggest hit ends up being, well, I don't know about the foil Majestics, but I have a hard time thinking that they are commanding the same as a Warmonger's Diplomacy at this point, which is our best card. Which means, technically, even though we were above rate on a few things, that was probably, in truth, not a great box. That may prove otherwise when I really dig into it, but I would say that's a little bit of a not my favorite. Is that a fair way of saying that? So that last case did have two pretty weak boxes, no cold foil at all, and then two outstanding boxes. So maybe, like I was saying early on, we're going to land in the same boat. Well, here's Majestic number 1 of box 2. A good old Dimensional Vortex. Ooh, Requiem in foil. That's actually a pretty decent card, and nice to see as a Majestic. Always love seeing a Majestic Rainbow foil anyway, but a pretty decent one. Nice. Setting aside tokens and equipment for deck making and stuff. There's Lay to Rest. Yeah, this box is a weird one again too. So far, a Majestic and a Majestic foil. Pretty decent Majestic foil. There is a cold foil that is Radiant Touch. So this case feels like it's going to be a more normal case this time, I'm thinking. My optimism for I say optimism, it's fine to have an average case. But Flicker Trick, my optimism for a truly ridiculous, impressive case is waning somewhat. But that's okay. That's why we go into this knowing this is not the most efficient and effective way of collecting a set per se. There are more cost-effective ways of doing it for sure. It's been a long week in the real world. How's everybody else doing? Slithering Shadowpeed. I'd love to have a hit this box. I really would. Well, there is a second Rainbow Foil Majestic. That's kind of wild. Beckoning Light. I'd like to have... That said, I had two kind of whiffs of a box last case. So maybe I don't. Hey, you know what? That's another thing. I don't know if I may have missed a Herald last box. I'm not sure. There is a Beckoning Light. We got the foil. Now we got the non-foil to go with her. Yeah, after the last one, with adrenaline and excitement amped up. This one's a little quieter. This one's a little quieter, though we have another cold foil this box. So now it's kind of wild. We got a cold foil rugged roller, a rare cold foil. So that is actually kind of something else at this point. Both boxes we have opened so far have now had 2 cold foils in it. So this, if nothing else, we are off to the cold foil races here. Both boxes also have had 2 rainbow foil Majestics. That's kind of fascinating. Widespread Ruin, there we go. It's another cool Majestic. This case is almost as weird as the last one in a very different way. Three packs left. 3? Yeah, 3 packs left. Do we have any surprises left in box 2? Not in that pack. Alright, so we want to hit, obviously. We always want to hit. But what we really also want, the lighter request, is just one more Majestic. Just one more Majestic this box. Last pack magic for one more Majestic. Grasp. There's a foil. And United We Stand. Yeah, these 2 boxes are weird. That is 6 Majestics each, 2 rainbow foil Majestics each, and 2 cold foils each. The biggest hit, however, remains a Warmonger's Diplomacy. Let's see if, much like the last case, 2 other boxes here. Now, they were staggered last time, like 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see if the last 2 boxes this time can do the same heavy lifting that 2 boxes from that last case did. The Tribute to the Legions of Doom is not what we're looking for in that regard. Still 1 rare foil I need, and a handful of non-foil Majestics. And then, you know, a fairly larger crew of foil Majestics and that kind of thing. Cold foils. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right overall. But this case in general and this box specifically are not doing as all right thus far. We're about a quarter of the way. I think we're just short of a quarter of the way through with no Majestic, no cold foil. Well, there is a Majestic foil right there. That's a good start. And a non-foil Majestic, same pack. So right around that quarter mark, we get on the board. We can work with that. Soul Cleaver. Searing Ray. Okay, there is a Herald of Tenacity Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Battlefield Breaker. So at the quarter mark, we had that one pack with a foil and a non-foil Majestic. And then we have seen nothing else since then. There's a Majestic Hold the Line right on cue. So yeah, this case is it's a calmer one. Like we had a little bit of excitement last time. This one's like, all right. Oh hey, regular Anthem of Spring. So more or less back on pace. But yeah, the whole case is just kind of a all right. You had a bunch of excitement last time. We're looking out for you. We're gonna calm it down. There's a Herald of Ravages. We're gonna calm that down a little bit for you this time. Not be too hard on you there. But, you know, I appreciate them looking out for me that way. Ooh, there's a Lumina Lance. All right. That's a pretty decent Majestic. Still no, like, real hit from the case as a whole. No cold foil yet this box either. Maybe it's saving up for the end for something ridiculous. Battlefield Breaker. There's a Vincent. A nice serialized card. We haven't talked about those in a while. Just a nice serialized card. Just a little no frills. Nothing too exciting. Just serialized. We'd be good with that, right? Poison the Well for another Majestic. It is truly weird how some boxes, some cases get stacked in certain ways. Hey, there's a Young Prism. That's Majestic 6 with 3 packs left. Still no cold foil. I'm starting to get a little antsy about this one. V for Valor and a Scepter. I think that's the first Scepter in 2 cases. Oh, okay. Not the Marvel, but we finally hit a hit, as it were. That is Levia Redeemed, the non-foil legendary version. We'll accept that. We are happy with that. I'd love to hit the Marvel because it seems to be almost Emperor levels of difficulty to find, but we get in our last pack a Northern Winds for a bonus Majestic. We did still not end up with a cold foil that box, so that is interesting. No cold foil, but we already have 4 on the case from the first 2 boxes. No cold foil, but we do get the legendary non-foil Levia redeemed. Levia redeemed. I've heard it both ways. I feel like Levia is correct. I just don't like it that way. So let's see what this very last box of this case is able to impress us with. The Levia was a nice touch at the very end, though. It was, as expected, toward the very bottom of that box, a surprise hit. Maybe we can hit another Widespread Annihilation. All right. It's a pretty decent Majestic for the first Majestic of this box. If we can hit another Warmonger, that'll be helpful in the recouping journey. Well, we also can hit a Rainbow Foil Legendary. Second Legendary of the case. That is a Rainbow Soul Bond Resolve. Alright. That's the thing. I feel like, honestly, the only reason I'm feeling somewhat down about this case is because of just how good that last one was. 2 legendaries at this point is not terrible. Ooh, foil Lumina Lance. Okay. That's very nice. And a Herald of Triumph. Rainbow foil Lumina Lance. That is nice. So still no cold foil, but we have already hit a legendary. We have already hit, hey, a couple of Majestics now. Radiant Force Field coming in. And a Rainbow foil Majestic. So we're doing all right this box. Like I said, I was expecting the other 2 boxes. After the first 2 were mediocre, I was expecting two solid last ones, and so far that is pretty much holding true. Maybe not home runs, but definitely solid. Putrid Strings. Now, we're at the halfway point of this box. We've already got a legendary. We don't have a cold foil yet. Rainbow foil Majestic, 2 Majestics. What do you think the very bottom corner of my stack? What do you think there's one more surprise down there? I've got a feeling. I could be wrong. I usually am. Ask anyone who knows me about anything, really. But I'm thinking, I've just got a feeling that there's one more, another Herald of Triumph. So we caught up for the first box not having a Herald. We're back up to 5. They seem to be like 1.5 a box, more or less. Cleansing Light. I still love that art. Runic Reckoning. Still only 3 non-foil Majestics. No cold foil. Celestial Resolve and nada. I don't know. Y'all with me? You think that maybe like the bottom 3 packs of the stack I'm working on? I think there's gonna be one more something silly down there. One more something silly. To to wrap up. Hey, Diabolic Offering. There's a Majestic. All right, we got 4 packs left. So this pack will be run of the mill. One of those last 3. Got a feeling. Got a feeling. Oh, nope. There are actually 3 left now. I missed one of them. So this one will for sure be mid. What'd I tell you? Absolutely right there. Now, confirming. Definitely only 3 left. One of these. One of these is gonna be going places. It is not that one. Y'all with me? Root for me. Root for me. Get some sort of chant going. Well, we got a center. So we're still no cold foil. 1 Majestic short. What kind of last pack magic do we have? We do have our last Majestic at the very least. Deathly Whale. Ooh, no cold foil that box. We still ended up with 4 for the case, though. And we landed right on rate overall for Majestics as well. So yeah, this one definitely was a little bit more of a downer after how just wonderful that first one from Rudy was. But this still wasn't too bad. We got on rate for Majestic. We got a Censor. We got Figment of Judgment. Anytime you see a Figment, that's cool. Diabolic's pretty cool. Radiant Force Field. Widespread. The widespreads are neat. We got a Warmongers down here somewhere. Prayer of Baloney. Prism. So yeah, ultimately, while not just spectacular, still got 4 cold foils. Got that rainbow foil Lumina, rainbow foiled widespread, Requiem. Not terrible. Not terrible. And we did still end up with 2 legendaries. Levia and Soulbound Resolve. Could have been much worse. We will take that. That's how you roll with it. That is exactly the kind of swings you see. That first one just from Rudy was just insane, and then this one was kind of it was pretty average, like almost strictly down the middle average. That's how they go. But it was a good time. I hope y'all had a good time with me too. We'll be back for more. But just keep an eye out, see what happens next. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. Bye, y'all.